All right, astrology update. I'm going to talk about our entrance into Virgo season, a little recap of the Leo energy, and yeah, a little bit about this new moon in Virgo that is coming up in a few days. So we have had the sun move into the sign of Virgo. We also have Venus and Mars in the sign of Virgo. So you can probably feel the shift of moving out of Leo season and into Virgo season. You know, Leo energy is all about the heart. It's ruled by the heart space. It rules our creativity, our passion projects. It's the inner child, playful, lighthearted, really excitable energy. So, you know, after going through Cancer season before Leo season and having those eclipses and just a lot of emotional stuff coming up, figuring out, you know, what we need to feel emotionally secure and supported, and what are the relationships or the, you know, situations in our lives, the careers, the places of living, etc., that we need in order to feel like safe and secure and stable here. And then the Leo energy after Cancer season is about, okay, like now we know, you know, what feels good to us internally. Now it's more outward expressive energy. So being able to open the heart again and to let some of that fiery, playful energy come back in. So hopefully during Leo season, maybe you were like woken up to what your passions really are, or maybe something old kind of coming back in that you forgot about that makes you really excited and like stoked to be alive. Leo season's just it's a really playful, lighthearted, heart-led energy. So after going through that season, now shifting into Virgo, so it's like, now that we've kind of got clear on the things that we're really passionate about and that make us excited, and that we want to pursue more of in our life, that we want to like invite that energy in, or maybe we got an idea about something that we want to do for work or a project that we're really excited about. So now Virgo season is like, okay, all of these ideas and this excitable energy, now let's take that and kind of bring it in, like bringing all of these things that have happened, and like let's kind of clean up the mess. Let's like hone in our focus and get organized and just have some solid structure about how we can move forward on the stuff that happened in Leo season, maybe the things that came up, ideas, new passions that came up. And so now it's like, okay, what are we going to do with all that? You know, the earth energy it's just that, it's earth, it is grounding. So it's taking those ideas and kind of grounding them down and creating some type of solid plan or structure on how you're going to go about achieving those things. So that is the energy that we've shifted into. You know, Virgo is all about the details. It's about having things organized. It's about clearing out the excess, clearing out the clutter that we have in our lives. Maybe, you know, you feel called to like clean up your home or to get rid of some stuff, or to focus on your health more. Virgo also rules our health and what we do on the day-to-day, like our day-to-day routines. So maybe feeling called as we enter into Virgo season, and then also at this the time of this new moon, which new moons are a great time for starting something new beginnings, planting seeds of intention of like what you're wanting to grow, what you're wanting to manifest. And so maybe feeling called to clean up your body in some way. Maybe it's like going on some type of cleanse or detox, or just eating a little bit healthier, or maybe you're exercising a little bit more, you know, going for a walk each day, or just incorporating some new things into your daily routines, or really just looking at your daily routines, like what are they and how can you clean that up a bit, like how can you shift what you do on the day-to-day so that the tasks that you're doing, the energy, the time that you're spending each day is really doing something. Like you're not just running around with a whole bunch of shit that you need to do, and there's no like structured, you know, plan to what is this actually accomplishing, what am I achieving here. So I think that is a big thing that's going on right now in Virgo season, is just getting clear on like the things that we do each day and how that is supporting us in the direction that we want to go in. and just needing to get organized, needing to bring all the energy back in and to focus on the details, the little things that we're doing, that will then like support us in achieving that bigger vision. But right now it could feel like there's a lot of things that we need to do. Virgo energy can have just this long list of things that they are wanting to accomplish, and then they can feel really overwhelmed, and so then they just don't do anything at all. So that can be, a low expression of the Virgo energy, is just feeling really overwhelmed, feeling like the list is super long of all the things that you're wanting to do, and having a little bit of anxiety, or just not knowing like where to start within this list of things that you need to do. So just taking things one step at a time, having it all planned out, having some type of structured list, and maybe it's just one thing each day, like checking one thing off the list a day. And then we have this new moon that's coming in the sign of Virgo. So that is happening on the 30th. We have the sun and the moon together in the sign of Virgo. And then we also have Mars and Venus in Virgo, and Mercury is going to be in Virgo too. So we're going to have 5 planets in Virgo. The sun, moon, Venus, and Mars are on top of each other. And then we're also going to have Mercury there. So, and then at the time of this new moon, we have Uranus making a positive aspect to all of this Virgo energy. So Uranus is the planet of sudden change, of insights, of downloads. It's the electric shock type energy. It is the great awakener. So it can come in and like feel a little bit chaotic or erratic, just like a changeable energy coming in and shaking stuff up. Its purpose is to shake up, stuck energy within yourself, within maybe the things that you value, within your routines, depending on, the aspects that it's making, etc. But with this aspect in particular, Uranus making a positive aspect to all of the planets in Virgo. So all the planets in Virgo are wanting us to kind of do the work, to bring it in, to be discerning about the things that we need to do, to have that solid structured list and the routines that are going to help support us get to where we want to go. So it's really about like kind of doing some work at this time, because then the full moon, which comes after the new moon, is going to be in Pisces. And Pisces is not about work. Pisces is about internal reflection, introspection. So that's what's coming after we go through all this Virgo energy. So right now it's a time of, kind of getting your shit together, getting all the ducks in a row, getting everything, just kind of bringing it in and focusing on, okay, this is the shit that I've been neglecting. Maybe it's stuff with your health, or maybe it's stuff with just the material things in your world, because that is the Virgo energy. Earth is our material possessions. It's the things that we can touch, we can see. But then it's also, our internal world for Virgo. It's tending to our health and, putting good food in, exercising, doing the things that we need to do to take care of ourselves, our body, and then the immediate world around us, the material world around us. Virgo is very much about fixing things that are broken, just kind of getting everything together, having it be in order. Virgo does not like when things are out of order, there's no plan, or there's chaos. Virgo energy doesn't really like that. So with Uranus making a positive aspect to all this Virgo energy, I think it's really helping to support us. I mean, it's a supportive, positive aspect that Uranus, that planet of sudden change and great awakenings, is making to this new moon. So maybe it's going to help us break free in some way. Looking at where Virgo is in your chart is really important. So if the sign Virgo falls into your 10th house, then it's going to have something to do with career. If Virgo is falling in your 7th house, then maybe you're restructuring relationships in some way. If Virgo is falling in your 4th house, then maybe it's some type of restructuring, or organizing things differently, or just changes within your home life. 4th house ruling your home and your family. So looking at where Virgo falls in your chart will give you greater insight as to what area of your life it's affecting the most. But with this huge aspect, I mean, it's exactly trining. So it's very close trine, positive, beautiful aspect that's happening. So yeah, helping us to get clear on just the things that we need to focus on. Like it's really about getting rid of the excess, like blocking out, clearing out the excess noise, the excess clutter in your life, within your day-to-day routines, like the shit that you just don't need to do, and focusing on the things that are really going to support you and help you to move in the direction that you're trying to go. Yeah, Uranus is just an electric, like, it's the planet that the lights, the room is dark, and then it kind of flashes on the lights and you see what you need to do, and then you're like, okay, now I know which direction I'm going in, or now I know, the missing piece of whatever that I needed this in order to move forward. So yeah, Uranus helping us to break free from any of those stuck, stagnant energy within us around maybe not feeling good enough to move forward, or feeling like we don't have enough information. This is a big thing with the Virgo energy. They can just feel, they can get caught in the procrastination. Like, there's so much that I need to do. I just don't know where to start, or like, I need to learn a little bit more. I need to take this course. I need to change this thing a little bit so that it's totally perfect, and then I can put it out there. So they can really get caught in that, like waiting to put something out there, and then it's never perfect. So then they just, fuck the whole thing. So we don't want to do that. We want to just embrace where we're at right now, right? That's the high road of the Virgo energy, is like, okay, I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, nobody's perfect, but this is good enough. I know enough, and I'm going to just put it out there right now and see what happens. So being able to move from that space to add kindness and compassion to the self-talk or the stories, that we tell ourselves about us or about what we're doing in the world, being able to shift those and add kindness and compassion to those stories. That's a big thing for the Virgo energy, because they can have a really harsh inner critic, because it is the perfectionist, so they can just be very harsh on themselves and on others. So being able to add compassion and add kindness to those stories that we tell ourselves is really important, so that you feel able to move forward and to take action and to, lay this solid foundation, to have all the plans in place to create some type of structure around what you want your life to look like, or how you're going to, take the next steps to achieve what it is that you're wanting to achieve. So yeah, kindness and compassion to our self-talk for all the Virgos of the world, and just being in Virgo season. What else with the new moon? So with Venus and Mars, they're together, they're conjunct in the sky. Venus, the planet of love and what we value, what our values are, and how we love what we love. And with Mars, the planet of aggression, of anger, of also just our drive and how we kind of move forward in life. It's the planet of how we go about asserting ourselves and taking action. So this action-based, like action-oriented planet, together with the planet of what it is that we value and what we find worth in, and just how we love in general. So those two planets are together at this time of the new moon, and I think that's really helping us to, again, to align our, our desires, what we want on the deepest level, what it is that we value. Virgo is the ability to say yes or no, to like discern between, okay, this is for me and this is not for me. Leo's like, what makes me excited? What are my passions? And now Virgo's like, okay, so what exactly is it that I need? What can I get rid of? How can I clear out the clutter? And like, okay, this is what I'm focusing on. Let's create a plan surrounding this. Let's have the list. Let's have the structure in order to, help this thing move forward. So yeah, Virgo, our ability to discern, to say, yes, this is what I want. No, this is not what I want. And then Mars is like, okay, let's move forward. So being able to to take action on those things, and to just get really clear on what it is that we value, what we need in our lives, and then having that like energy to move forward, to stick with it, to assert ourselves in that area of our lives. Yeah, I think it's a really beautiful, it's a really beautiful fucking new moon. Like, we have all positive aspects happening at this time, and then after the new moon, the planets in Virgo are going to slowly start to try and make a positive aspect to all of that energy that's been in Capricorn throughout this whole year. We have Saturn and we have Pluto and we have the South Node in Capricorn. You know, that energy representing going back into the past, tearing down like old structures within ourselves, within society, like as a whole, just shit being brought up to the surface, being exposed, and then kind of the foundation crumbling, the structures crumbling that are no longer in integrity. So that on a global, on a collective level, and then also individually with ourselves, just going back into the past and better understanding why we are the way that we are. Maybe things that we've done in the past, just they're not working anymore, and so that's the Saturn Pluto, like needing that to be completely reborn, like a rebirthing process in that area of our lives. So all this Virgo energy is going to make a positive aspect to that Capricorn energy, which wants structure and it wants, solidity. It wants to know exactly where it's going and kind of what you're going to do to get there. So the Virgo energy, they're both earth signs, very much like grounded, rooted, earthy energy, and just having a solid plan on how we're going to go about moving forward. I think just this whole new moon and entrance into Virgo season is about creating that structure, having that list, organizing, clearing out the clutter, and just focusing on the things that we need to focus on. Maybe that we've been neglecting in the past, or things that we've been feeling like we really need to work on this, or I need to finish this project, or I need to put something out there, but I've been waiting until something's perfect and it's just not happening. So maybe at the time of this new moon, it'll help you to kind of really move forward on the stuff that you've been not wanting to do, the things that you've been neglecting. And also to make those like sudden changes within yourself. Maybe it's taking care of your health a little bit differently, exercising, eating differently, just the stories that you tell yourself. So yeah, really positive, really supportive aspects happening at this new moon. I would say to just take some time to reflect, to go inward, and to create a list, to create some type of structured plan on like what it is that you're trying to achieve and what you can do on the day-to-day, looking at the things that you do on the day-to-day, your daily routines that are either helping you, that are either supporting you to go in that direction, or are just like wasting time and you're just running around in circles, just like wasting and leaking energy because it's not a structured like focused plan on the things that you need to do each day to help you grow what you're trying to grow. So Virgo season, bringing it all back in and being discerning about, what you need to do, where you need to spend your time and energy, and what is just draining you and is no longer for you. Okay, well, I hope that this was helpful. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can do so through my site at cosmicguidance.online. You can just book directly on there. I'm doing astrology readings, past life regressions. I do tarot readings as well. So yeah, I hope to connect with you soon, and I hope that this was helpful. Happy new moon in Virgo.